Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona. Arizona Stadium with this red and blue crowd ready to bear down with their Wildcats. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Broncos will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
This offense has a second down play. Leaves it with the running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And here comes the offense on second down. Touch pass on the run. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And just flip with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. The give to the back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Arizona comes out with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break the tackle. Gets him on the ground.
That's caught. It's Conley. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Extending the play. Fires downfield. Got his man on the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arizona 7, Boise State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He uncorks one deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. Keep calling downfield shots, soften up the coverage, get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll put the tight end in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Third down play from the gun. Feeling some heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And they'll pass on the 50-yard field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down from the 33. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's McMillan. He's loose. The 20. Touchdown, Arizona. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and you keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense and they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The play action fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. They're trying to get to it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
This lead in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He'll start this drive firing. Pocket starts, nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with this fundamental.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the secondary.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He'll take another shot here. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will put toe to leather and we'll get started. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly. But, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He chucks one out to the right. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Handoff from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now the offense has it 1st and 10 from its own 11. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. That's reeled in. It's Blue. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Might as well give it to him again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 7.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on. Play.
Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Got his man quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Now the play fake. Unleashes one. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. Tide offense rolls onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a top. He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll throw it on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Blue. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Longhorns want to move quickly. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To throw, it's Ewers. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. Quarterback adapting. Fires on the move. Working on the right. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. This time he's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. 6th play of the drive coming up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to start it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
The The Longhorns will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Using the quick game. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half.
That's the end of the 1st half. With the score, Alabama 14.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick.
Set to advance on the football.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go to the toss. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
This doesn't happen with just anybody at tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. They'll do the rest and make big gains.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wants to throw. It's Ewers. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. A run for the quarterback. Takes it past the marker. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, that's a big run play, and it's not easy to do. Down at this area of the field, backed up in your own end. I mean, you're running into a box that's loaded full of bodies defensively, but the ball carrier was just able to sort of sneak and weave his way through there, giving his offense now a ton of room to work with.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules? On 4th down, going to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds a tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we are all tied up.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Milroe. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He'll get rid of it. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
You're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game. And he's playing his best football right now.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They'll operate out of split backs. He'll do it himself. The offense coughs it up. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Steps away. Fires on the move. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Now on the option. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. They're bringing heat. Might be looking to run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Coming out, going over the top. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. On the ground, it's Edwards. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking for a man, it's Warren. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
Finds the tight end. The stiff arm, and now he's got room. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Finally pulled down, but not before, moving the chains for a first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how the...
Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate?
What a snag by the defense. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful.
Oh, the ball squirts out. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some awareness. The running back coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, fall on the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's good.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they jump on top. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the right. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires into the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as a result, the defense gets the INT.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so we can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on third. Buying some time. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, LSU 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good...
And he breaks into the open. The 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit louder. You seem like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Still looking on the move. And a sack all the way back at the 5. LSU quick to the line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He caught it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. He makes a grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The head coach going to keep the offense on the field and go for it on 4th and goal. They're going to run it. He's stopped. 4th and goal, and he lost a yard back to the 2.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football, and they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's just a great job by the defense shutting down that jet sweep. You see the team speed they have on defense. They're willing and ready and able to go sideline to sideline with anybody in the country.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them
all kinds of running room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Caught near the sticks. It's Durham. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Takes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've been to the red zone 3 times. Will the 4th time finally be the charm to get some points? And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Michigan 14, LSU 7.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the 2nd half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Tight end getting vertical. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy could win on that play.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Feeling some heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Dropping back, it's Warren. They get to him as he throws. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. Come away with it.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. Touchdown LSU! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After after throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Warren. They're trying to get to him. Slings it downfield. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success with this.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Using his legs, it's Edwards. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Handoff to the single running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They'll try the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing off.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse. He's going to try to hit him over the top. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got a man. It's Durham. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They just put a field goal on the board, and now they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And what a break to get that football back at this juncture. That would have been catastrophe. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and is picked off. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with a win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another... Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Canes will put total weather to crank us up. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room.
Will take over. First and 10.
Offense set on first down. From the gun, the ground game. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk. Need to move the sticks.
And the defense just setting the tone right away in the first drive of the game. Quarterback scrambling, is able to get free, but they put a massive shot on him. I don't know if this dude can make it the whole game taking hits like that.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Gonna run it. It's Etienne. And the ball slipped out. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
And I tell you what, man, you got to do a better job of taking care of the football. I got to know I got the first down. Running backs, this is job security. You better handle that thing well, Paul.
And because of that, David, you might see another running back jog out in the field the next time this offense takes it. We're seeing a lot more of that around college football now. There's a lot of committees out there, committee approach. One way to get yourself on the bench very quickly, put the rock on the ground. It's a coachable lesson for that young man.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of...
And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
And this ball looks like he just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's dealt. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Dogs will try to move the chains on 4th down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. First down for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. And that's what you want from your veterans, the junior making a play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll go back to the ground. Quick spin on the run. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Dropping back, it's Ward. He'll try to do it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Now he's looking to throw it. Let's it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Horton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Ward. He caught it. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. That 2nd down loss was not exactly what they had in mind. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 8. Around the end, it's Martinez. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
He's looking to pass. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Excellent coverage by this defense. They were locked on them like glue, and that's not even close to a touchdown, and the defense makes the stand. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 50.
A loss of 3.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's back. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Unloads it left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something.
Pulls it in inside the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Going for 6. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. That Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air, it's Beck. He's right on target. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wide receiver coming across in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Miami! They take the lead with the 6.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the 3rd quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it on the left. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper shows how dangerous this passing game can be. 89 yards on the scoring toss. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that Get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's looking deep. Pulls it in on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Martinez on the carry. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders. Great tackles, he's strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. To the air, it's Ward. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He caught it. Touchdown, Canes. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Slams it ahead. And tackled there by the defense.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And he intercepts it. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense, desperate to get a stop. Off-play action on first down. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
And they got him for the sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Motion from the offense. Scanning the field, it's back. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
On to attempt to try. It through, and they take the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. They're just about ready to kick it away. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking to pass, it's Ward. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
It's the fourth quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Restrepo. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. On the run, fires downfield. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Time to take a shot. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
And I tell you what, he needed that completion. He needed something positive to happen. Palmer, when you have a day like this and you've made a few mistakes and some critical ones, how do you get back on track?
Well, I would have been benched a few picks ago back in college for sure. But, I mean, at this point, I think if you're this young man, you're just looking for one play to get you back in a rhythm. Yeah, he's had some questionable decision-making, and obviously a few throws have gotten away from him. But it's just plays like that, getting a completion, trying to build your confidence back.
The quick out. Tackled immediately after the catch. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. The Canes will hustle to the line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. A third and long coming up here. Back to pass, it's Ward. Trying to get to him. And it's incomplete into the end zone, and that's going to do it. That puts a wrap on this one. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That was pretty to me.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, give on the inside. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the ball, blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Keeps looking downfield. The throw. Grab near the marker. It's Bernard. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, Billman making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A first down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. They're working that left side. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Caught behind the line. It's White. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Thornton. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And that pass picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Tackle is made after the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Now on second down after the incompletion. The running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Ball in the air, intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to throw, it's Ncca. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on this.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get...
Going deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. To throw, it's Ncca. They're bringing heat. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
How about this? They go empty 5 wide on 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Leaves it with the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Trying to run it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. On the ground, it's Sampson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer. It's
just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Ncca. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Shoots it to the left. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
to playmaker to spread it out to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
He'll throw it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. To the air, it's Milroe coming after it. They've got the screen set up. Turns it on in midfield. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out. Touchdown time. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Bishop. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 10, Tennessee 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He lets one fly deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Makes his connection. Open space at the 25. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, Davey.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Ncca feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say,